Welcome, language enthusiasts and tech aficionados. Today, we're embarking on an exciting journey through the fascinating world of machine translation. Grab your virtual passports as we travel through time, exploring the evolution of this groundbreaking technology that's bringing our global community closer together. Our story begins over 5 decades ago, in an era when the idea of machines translating human languages seemed like science fiction. But as with many great innovations, necessity drove invention. The challenge was clear: how could we overcome the complexities of human language to create accurate, meaningful translations? You see, languages aren't just word-for-word equivalents of each other. A single word in English might need a whole phrase to convey its meaning in Japanese. And don't get me started on idioms. It's raining cats and dogs makes perfect sense to an English speaker, but try translating that literally into any other language, and you'll get some very confused looks. These challenges set the stage for our first act, the era of rule-based systems. Picture a team of linguists and computer scientists huddled over stacks of dictionaries and grammar books. Their mission? To create a set of rules that could guide a computer through the labyrinth of language translation. It was a Herculean task, but it laid the foundation for everything that was to come. As we move into the 1980s, our story takes an exciting turn. Researchers realized that instead of trying to teach computers all the rules of language, why not let them learn from examples? This gave birth to example-based systems, which could analyze pairs of translated sentences to figure out patterns. But the real revolution was just around the corner. In the late 1980s, statistical machine translation burst onto the scene. Imagine a detective piecing together clues to solve a mystery. That's what these systems did, using probability to determine the most likely translation for a given phrase. This approach dominated the field for years, becoming more sophisticated with time. We saw the rise of word-based models, which focused on aligning individual words between languages. Then came phrase-based models, translating entire sequences of words as units, leading to more natural-sounding translations. But our story doesn't end there. As we entered the 2010s, a new player entered the game: deep learning. Neural machine translation, or NMT, burst onto the scene like a linguistic superhero. Instead of relying on hard-coded rules or probabilities, these systems use artificial neural networks to learn the intricate patterns of language. It's like giving a computer a language brain of its own. One of the most groundbreaking developments in NMT was the encoder-decoder architecture. Picture it like this: the encoder is like a skilled reader, absorbing the meaning of the source sentence. It then passes this understanding to the decoder, which acts like a talented writer, crafting the translation in the target language. But even superheroes have their weaknesses. NMT systems struggled with long sentences and words they hadn't seen before. But fear not. Our intrepid researchers came to the rescue with clever solutions like attention mechanisms, allowing the system to focus on relevant parts of the sentence, just like a human translator would. As we near the present day, the field of machine translation continues to evolve at a breakneck pace. We're seeing exciting developments like multitask learning models, capable of juggling multiple translation tasks simultaneously. It's like having a multilingual genius in your pocket. And for languages with limited resources? Unsupervised machine translation is coming to the rescue, learning to translate even when there's a scarcity of parallel text to learn from. It's opening doors for languages that have been left behind in the digital revolution. But with great power comes great responsibility. As we push the boundaries of what's possible in machine translation, we must also grapple with important ethical considerations. How do we ensure our systems don't perpetuate biases or stereotypes? How can we prevent the misuse of this technology for spreading misinformation? These are the challenges that will shape the next chapter of our story. And there you have it, folks, the epic journey of machine translation, from its humble rule-based beginnings to the neural network powerhouses of today. As we look to the future, one thing is clear: the quest to break down language barriers and bring our global community closer together is far from over. The next breakthrough could be just around the corner, and I, for one, can't wait to see what comes next. Thanks for joining me on this linguistic adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating world of language and technology.